up, citizen soldiers? You might be wondering why I'm holding this rice sock up to my jaw. I'll explain that here in a minute. But if you don't know what a rice sock is, let me break it down to you Barney style. It's a sock with rice in it. And if you put it in the microwave, it gets hot, and you put it where you're having pain, and it helps relieve pain. Well, I don't really need this anymore, because I'm not in as much pain as I have been over the past 4 days. About 4 days ago, I got a real bad tooth infection. I think I had an abscess tooth. Not an assless tooth, an abscess tooth. And let me tell you, I would rather have this happen again. And I was almost killed. We ran out of gas. I was pushing the car on the driver's side on the feeder road off the highway, and a car hit me. Yeah, I would rather get hit by a car again than have tooth pain. Tooth pain has to be very close to childbirth. Now ladies, before you get mad and say, don't you compare anything to childbirth. Well ladies, I had a lady at the VA confirm that tooth pain is very similar to childbirth. So your argument's invalid. Well anyways, I was in so much pain that it was dropping me to my knees. I didn't cry, but it was dropping me to my knees. And I'm not no dirty insurgent, I can take some pain. When I got hit by that car, I only took about 6 Vicodin. I went about 3 days with painkillers, and the recovery time was about 2 weeks, and I went that whole time without any meds. I possibly cracked a rib back in February when I had bronchitis, and I didn't even know I cracked it, and it's still not confirmed since I still have to go get an x-ray. I have a lump there, and I didn't take any painkillers. So yeah, I can take some pain, but tooth pain, I don't fuck with that. But I was in so much pain that around 5 o'clock Monday morning, I just couldn't take it anymore. I was hurting all weekend, and I tried to tough it out to go to the VA Monday morning around 8 o'clock, but 5 o'clock in the morning I just couldn't take it anymore, and I almost went to the emergency room. But we figured the emergency room wasn't going to do shit anyways, but come to find out the VA didn't do shit either. So I waited until 8 o'clock, went to the VA, and this video is a VA rant, because I can't fucking stand the VA. If you don't know what the VA is, VA stands for Veteran Affairs, and it's pretty much a hospital for veterans. It's our free healthcare, and if free healthcare was in America and it was anything like the VA, fuck free healthcare. I would rather pay for fucking healthcare. So I went up to the VA, and I was in line waiting to get seen, and I was fucking walking around. I was in so much pain. People were fucking looking at me like, what the fuck's wrong with this dude? He must be hurting, or he must be on drugs, something. So I finally seen a nurse, and I told the nurse I was having extreme tooth pain, that I thought I had a tooth infection. And she kept going next door to talk to the doctor, and she would come back, and then she went next door, talked to the doctor some more, came back and see me. I don't understand why the doctor couldn't see me himself. Well, she came back with just an antibiotic, and I was like, what? I don't get no pain meds? And she was like, you need some pain meds? I was like, well, I wouldn't be up here if I wasn't in pain. So she went and talked to the doctor again, and she came back with some naproxen. And I was like, naproxen? Isn't that pretty much like Motrin, ibuprofen? She was like, yeah. I was like, that's the same shit I have at home. That shit don't work. She was like, trust me, it will help. And I was like, bullshit, I already told you it's not gonna help. So I ended up telling the nurse, I was like, I don't understand how when it comes to mental health, y'all are so quick to prescribe me the most strongest shit y'all have. Like Seroquel, Trazodone, Zoloft, Prozac, you know, all that bullshit. But when it comes to pain, y'all don't want to give me nothing. That don't make no fucking sense. So the nurse told me, if this doesn't work, call us tomorrow and we'll see about getting you something stronger. Which that was a lie, and I'll explain why it's a lie here in a minute. So I went to go get my prescription filled, and when I was waiting to pick up my prescription, I was in a lot of pain. I was sitting there doing the fucking jaw, we'll call it the jawbreaker dance. You know, everybody was looking at me. Some people were sitting there about to, you know, line dance with me. So when I was in line, I was talking to this other veteran, and he seen how much pain I was in. And this veteran was nice enough, we went out to his car, and he ended up giving me some of his painkillers. You know, some painkillers that would actually fucking work. And a message to all my citizen soldiers out there, don't ever take any meds that are not yours, because first of all, it is very dangerous to take pills that aren't yours, that you know nothing about. This veteran, he was nice enough to actually ask me if I was driving, and I told him I wasn't driving, and he told me a little bit about what the pill was and what it did. I don't really remember what he told me because I was in so much pain. I was just looking at the pill. I was like, hurry up, hand it to me. I want to take it. I want to feel better. And second of all, it is illegal to take prescription pills that aren't yours. So if I would have got caught with those pills, I would probably be sitting in prison with a fucking toothache right now. And yes, that pill was way better than it's like crack in a can! To everybody who's seen the crack in a can video, you're a true citizen soldier and you know what I'm talking about. So I ended up going home, and about 2 hours after I took that first painkiller, I took the second one. And I ain't gonna lie, I was fucked up. I'm not the type that gets fucked up on pills and stuff, but I didn't mind feeling like a zombie that day. Like, give me your pills. Because I was not feeling any pain, so I didn't mind being fucked up. So I was sitting here and I was thinking, this shit ain't gonna last forever. It's gonna probably wear off tonight, and I need something for tonight so it can help me sleep, because I know I'm not gonna be able to sleep through this pain without no painkiller. So thankfully I know somebody who has some painkillers, and I bought 2 of them. Well, I owe $10 now. And that's 2 more things that fucking piss me off. I find it fucking pathetic that I have to fucking illegally buy drugs when I'm not a fucking drug addict. I don't fucking do drugs. So I have no reason to buy fucking drugs. But obviously now I do. Or I did. I don't need to buy drugs now. But it would piss me off if I went to prison for some bullshit pills that I could get fucking free from the VA. So I ended up getting a good night's sleep, and the next morning I woke up in pain and I was like, fuck. What am I gonna do today for pain? I can't get my zombie on. I ain't got no fucking pills. So I ended up taking 2 of the naproxen, and come to find out, like I said, shit did not work. I think it helped out a little bit, but also I think the antibiotics were kicking in because I was taking those for like 2 days, and I was sweating a lot yesterday, so I think I was running a fever, and that was just the antibiotics. You know, the white blood cells attacking those dirty and turgid infection. Like, pow, 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 get the fuck away. So that was helping. So I ended up calling the VA, since the nurse told me if the naproxen doesn't work to call them back and they'll try to give me something stronger. Well, I got transferred to my doctor, and this is how it goes anytime you call the VA. You get transferred to whoever it is you want to talk to, and they never fucking answer the phone. And I never leave a voicemail because they never return your voicemail. They never call you back, so there's no point of leaving a fucking voicemail. So I called back and I talked to the operator again, and I told her I needed to talk to somebody ASAP, that I need to get a prescription put in because I'm in pain, and I need to get a prescription put in before they close, since it was like 3 o'clock and they close around 4:30. So I got transferred again, and I actually got to talk to a human this time. I was actually surprised. So the nurse took down my number, and she called me back about 30 minutes later. So the nurse called back and she had some bad news. So the nurse called me back and told me what the doctor said. You ain't getting shit for the pain in your head. So I asked the nurse why I couldn't get a stronger pain med, and she told me it's because it's a dental issue, and since I'm not 100% disabled, I'm only 60%, and I don't have diabetes, I'm not covered under dental. So technically they weren't even supposed to give me the antibiotics or the naproxen. So thankfully I at least got that. So I went off on the nurse. I was cussing her. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. I need something. I'm in so much pain. I can't even eat. How am I supposed to take the naproxen to try to at least get something to help if I can't eat? I don't want to get sick. I find it fucking pathetic that I have to buy drugs illegally just to get some pain relief. And she's like, well, I didn't tell you to go buy drugs. I was like, I know you didn't, but I want to do something because I'm not going to sit here and be in fucking pain. So that was that lie that I told you about earlier. You know, the one about that nurse who told me to call back and I could get something stronger. Yeah, bullshit. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about another thing that happened when I was at the VA. And this is another example why the VA fucking sucks. I was at the front desk filling out paperwork, and if you don't have an appointment and you're a walk-in, there's a clipboard with the form you have to fill out with your name, full social security number, and stuff like that. Well, I was filling out my paperwork, and I looked at the clipboard, and I noticed there was information on it. Somebody filled it out. And I seen that their full social security number was on there. And I looked around, and I grabbed my camera, so I bring my camera with me everywhere I went, or everywhere I go. And I was about to take a picture of it, but I had those illegal pills on me, since they weren't my prescription. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to take a picture. I don't want them to accuse me of stealing somebody's social security number and find drugs on me and go to prison over some bullshit. Like, if I wouldn't have had those illegal drugs on me, I would have fucking risked it and took the picture to show y'all the proof of this. So I put my camera down, and I seen the lady at the desk, and I said, hey ma'am, you know there's a form here with somebody's social security number and stuff? And she cut me off, and she was like, I know, I'm gonna get it in a minute. And I was thinking, bullshit, because if you knew it was here, it wouldn't fucking be here. So how about you fucking get it now, since there's fucking social security number on it. So that was my shitty trip to the VA, and that's just a small example of how shitty the service usually is. I know this video was a lot of bitching and complaining, but fuck, I can't help it, man. The VA fucking pisses me off. They make me want to act like I'm a fucking mailman and go in there and go fucking postal. I do have some possible positive news though. I might have found a loophole to get my teeth fixed. See, back in 2009, when I was in a PTSD treatment program at the Houston VA, it was a 3-week lockdown program. If y'all want to hear the full story about this, because I'm only going to tell a small bit of the story, just to get an idea of what happened. If you want to hear the full story, and if you want to hear more stories about my trips to the VA, because I have a lot of them, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll turn this into a little series. But back in 2009, when I was in the Rover program, which is that PTSD program, I almost got in a fight with another veteran. And they had to call a code green. When they call a code green, procedure is security comes up and they have to give us a shot of Habanol in the ass. It's called the happy shot. It's supposed to calm you down. Because I had an anxiety attack. I was over the toilet like dry heaving. It's about 15 minutes and I calmed down. And I was refusing the shot. I refused it for about another 10 minutes. And pretty much I got raped. Because I was sitting there saying no, and I was on the toilet, you know, over the toilet, and this poor old nurse, she was a sweet nurse, I know she didn't want to do this, but I'm sitting there saying no, and she pulls down my pants to give me a shot in the ass, and that's rape to me, since I'm sitting there saying, no, I'm fucking calm. Anyways, I ended up having an allergic reaction to the shot, and I almost fucking died. I could have died, and if y'all want to hear more of this story, like I said, just let me know in the comment section below. But the next day I had an allergic reaction. Well, actually I had an allergic reaction as soon as I had the shot. But we were having a meeting and I had lockjaw. Extreme lockjaw. I mean, my jaw almost fucking broke. Well, I calmed myself down using relaxation techniques, and it happened 2 more times when I was on my bed. And my jaw ended up clenching so tight that I cracked my tooth. Here, let's see if we can see it. Okay, never mind. I don't think you can see it. If you could, then more power to you. But I couldn't see it in the little screen right there. But anyways, since I was in their treatment program, they're responsible for anything that happens to me. And since I cracked my tooth, this better be in my medical records too. They should be responsible to fix that tooth. I have an appointment Monday on the 18th to talk about this. And if they do have to fix this tooth, I'm going to try to get them to fix my other tooth and hopefully pull my wisdom teeth as well. So let's hope it works out. But anyways, that was just one of my trips to the VA. If y'all want to hear more, just let me know in the comment section below and I'll turn this into a series. I have some pretty good stories to tell y'all. If I do turn this into a series, I'll start the next episode with the story that I was telling y'all at the end of this video. The one about how I almost died in the VA hospital and how I was raped and given a shot. I'll tell y'all more about that. I guess it's not a cool story if I almost died. Anyways, I'll tell y'all that. Appreciate all the support y'all been giving me. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I'm really not in that much pain right now, so I'm going to be able to actually start doing some work. I need to try to get some of the effects of war. If y'all haven't seen that, go check that out. You can click up there, somewhere up there. I think it's that. I don't know. I always said I would never be the idiot who points at the wrong section, but I totally forgot. Somewhere up there. If you click up there, you can go look at all my videos, look up the effects of war. I need a cameraman to help me record more of the effects of war and the reintroduction to war stories. So as soon as I get that recorded, I'll be starting war stories again. And this can be part of Operation PTSD, I guess. Well, no, not this one, because it's really not about PTSD. But anyways, Operation PTSD is going on this summer. I'm going to Florida next Thursday for my PTSD treatment and to record that documentary. So I'm going to have a good documentary to give y'all. once I get back. Anyways, thanks for all the support. I really appreciate it, and much love to all you citizen soldiers out there.